put me on stage. And al final in Spanish. And then sometimes it comes in Spanish, I don't know why. And then at the end I found a chance, I found a place and find the time to prepare it. And it's not that hard talking about the language and about the physicality, because the language is really onomatopoeic. Onomatopoeia, I don't know, is onomatopoeic? Does it exist? Okay. Because it was illiterate, so a lot of times he didn't use the exact word, but something that sounds like. So, for example, when he says that quando hanno trasuto l'Americane, when the Americans came, he's cold because he had been, this is a kind of spoiler, but forget it. He was an immigrant in Germany during the Second World War in 1942 to work in Germany. So he had to survive the bombings by Americans. And when he came back, and the Americans came, he was called because he could speak some German. And the German he can speak is Guten Tag. Guten Tag means Guten Tag. I could speak German. Guten Tag. Guten Tag is Guten Tag. So a lot of onomatopoeias, a lot of sounds they were already theatrical because everything comes from narration. He recollected tales, he recollected stories he had been telling so many times, and also the language, also the way to construct is oral. So it was not that hard actually, it was not that difficult. It was just a matter of editing and imagining this guy. And for me it's like a ghost. I took an example once when I was in school, the survivors of the concentration camps on the 27th of January, they would come to school and tell, and that was the major experience. That was much more than studying history. And I tried to do the same thing, basically. That's why I'm barefoot, because I'm kind of a ghost coming back and telling his story, sometimes live and sometimes as a recollection, as a tale from the past.
We have the last two questions. There was one there and one here. So we're gonna end there because I wanna end with you. I wanna end with your question. So over here. Okay. Yes.
So I wanted to ask you about how you worked this. So you took this text of an illiterate man and you made it make sense for literate people in Sicilian.
Yes.
Yeah. And then did you translate it into English?
Just for this project, because we needed here to have subtitles, subtitles. But usually, up to now, no, it was just a performance like this. Actually, I got the translation is just for the purpose of this show.
But you did it. Did you do it? Did you translate it?
No, a friend of mine.
Your friend of yours.
Yes. And if I may add something, because it's something
that we always have subtitles for in Scena, but subtitles usually for operas or other huge productions, you have a video and then you go to rehearsal. There is a long process because subtitles are not the translation. We use the translation, then we have the subtitles. Many times, as Stefano can say, and it is not anyone's fault, of course. We get the video from the 2014 show. And of course it's live performance, and of course it's changed. And because of the nature of the festival, there's not so much time. We're trying to figure out how to do it. For instance, for the next 2020, we have already the video, so we're trying to figure out if whomever is doing the subtitles can go in Italy somewhere in one city and see the show. But usually we are like basically transforming the subtitles performance by performance because, and he's a wonderful actor. If you have someone like me, that I jump usually from pages to pages because I like to improvise, because if I hear, I'm a very horrible actor. But I know that if I hear a laugh, I start to immediately, laugh and I started
Let's get the chance.
and get the chance,
to
yeah.
talk about
So,
something else.
so and then it's difficult. So it's and Stefano is really precise in I mean, there are some stuff that are from 2014
Yes.
because we evolved, and actually is one of the things that we are trying to study for the independent theater, because of course